Star Wars. A long time ago, in a studio far away, a man had an idea for a movie that would change the world forever. When I was little, my parents bought me a three-piece movie set for Star Wars. I never heard of these movies before. I only knew them. I only knew some of the characters from my friends' lunchboxes and t-shirts. On this day, I am in love with the Star Wars franchise, and I make sure to always watch the new movies and TV shows on day one. Star Wars is unlike any other form of entertainment that I have seen. Sure, Marvel and DC do make some good movies that almost everyone likes, but when people hear about a new Star Wars movie, everyone goes wild. That is what makes these movies and TV shows so interesting and lovable. Some may say it's a fun sci-fi adventure. For others, it's the thrilling space battles. And for others, it's the stunning visual effects. But what really hits home, what really hits home is the memorable characters and the stories they play in. Let's begin with everyone's favorite moisture farmer, Luke Skywalker. His story begins on a dry planet with nowhere to go in life. His parents want him to work on their farm, but he wants more. He yearns for the stars and become something greater. For most Americans in 1977, when the movie first came out, that was their lives. They were either a top-shot celebrity or a great politician, or you were just another person in the crowd living your job in an office. Reliving the same day over and over again, hoping that something grand would happen in your life. This is why people loved this character. He represented a generation that yearned to be something better. To this day, people like Luke Skywalker because of his heroic journey from becoming a nobody to a heroic icon. The Star Wars films go greatly into detail about Luke's journey and how he redeemed his father. That reminds me, another great reason why people love Star Wars is because of its iconic villains. Without a doubt, I believe Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine are, if not the best villains in cinema history. What makes them so grand? What makes them so memorable? The evil Darth Vader. His mask is something that most children and adults will know just if you show them either a side of it or just the front. From the movies, episodes 1 through 3 show us the rise and fall of a young Anakin Skywalker. He goes from a naive and reckless Jedi savior into the He goes from a naive and reckless Jedi to the most feared person in the galaxy. This grand transformation would not be possible if it were for the sinister Emperor Palpatine. He alone transformed the Jedi's savior into the darkest pits of hell. Both their stories would come to an end in Episode 6, when a redeemed Anakin kills the Emperor and saves the life of his son. Did I mention that these were kids' movies? George Lucas made sure that these films were unforgettable, with the help of grand characters and great stories. But what about Star Wars now? What is George Lucas's legacy now? We all remembered COVID, an extremely tough time for everyone in the world. We were stuck in our homes. We needed something to distract us from the brutal reality that was COVID. And then a little show called The Mandalorian came out on Disney+. It was all over social media, and it was all over the news. This show put us into a galaxy filled with mystery and adventure, just like the first film did all those 40 so years ago. The Mandalorian and Star Wars, The Mandalorian gave us all the break we needed, and it gave us a clear message. Star Wars is back, and better than ever. Thank you for watching. I'm Mike Reed.